Yo, stream, what is good? What is dandy? It is your boy Fanatic. Let me know if you guys can hear me, by the way. Cause, Jesus Christ, that's loud. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, I'm going to open up chat really fast. I know I started a little bit late, but me and Flim are doing a little bit of contracts just before, but we're good now. Started up in time. It says live stream offline. Hello? Why the fuck does it say stream offline? Hang on here.
Yo, I'm back.
Alright.
Alright, let's go live. Previews currently disabled. Alright. 1 minute 40 seconds. Are you ready, my dude?
Yes, sir. Stream is buffering for some reason. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, say. Welcome, chat. Good day, fleshy mammals.
Good day, fresh mammals.
I need to change my fucking streaming shit to Infinite Warfare stuff. My sub sound needs to be, now that's a supply drop. 1 more minute! 1 more minute.
Chris asked if he can get invited to Discord. Can you do that, Fnatic?
What's up? What did you think of the
Can you-
Stranger Things 3? Dude, that season was fucking insane as hell.
Can you invite Chris?
Go into, what should we call
Discord.
it? Into, Hunters. Let's go, doggy. Just gonna show the trailer again. I fucking love this intro so much. "13-second stream delay." Is it really 13? How do you know it's 13? I guess my voice audio delayed? Or like, just the stream's behind by 13. Hope it's not delayed.
There we go.
Alright, it's just gonna show the trailer.
We're gonna open up with the trailer again.
Yo, I was just turning everything fucking down. It's so loud.
For real?
Shit.
Like, this shit was blasting, dog.
Let me check in. Oh, why is the audio?
Well, no,
like,
I got my new mic, so like I had to turn everyone down to like 12%. And I forgot that I didn't change your sounds. And holy fuck.
Oh, when I hit 13, it was true for you. I gotcha.
Alright.
I think Call of the Dead was back in.
That was sick as fuck. I literally, my jaw
Yeah,
dropped to that
fucking
shit.
Jumping.
Yeah.
Did you see Danny's trailer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Horizon.
I really hope there's low gravity on that map.
This has to be a fucking multiplayer.
Is it just me or is the like the quality crap from stream?
Oh wait! That's the. I just noticed the fucking mystery boxes in the multiplayer map.
It's not as.
It's the
It
chaos
looks
one.
like I'm watching it on 720, but I'm on 1080.
I just saw that the thing moved. Like the.
Pork, yeah, you can
Oh,
get
it's
in
a
front of
zombies
that.
museum. It's a zombies museum.
Way too fucking quiet.
Just don't add a fuck ton of commands.
These might
This
be
was
the
sick, though.
might be the only multiplayer DLC maps I download. Yeah, that's literally a ballista.
For real. The fucking denizens, bro. They better be there.
I hope so. That's Rossman.
The archers.
So is it me or is that Deacon from
Did
thingy?
Dude.
Did you guys notice right here? Not right here. There'll be a frame after where the pack punch bit is here. On the
Yeah.
wall that says the machines aren't working.
Yeah.
I think that has relevance to the face on the screen that we saw just a moment ago. Or the NPU.
Also, the zombie eyes are blue.
Use that on this.
You
Oh, that
don't
showed
know.
the crossbow on Blackout, by the way.
Hello
Yeah.
everyone, I'm John
Hi.
Davis, and welcome to
Operation
Good day, fleshy man.
Get your survival gear out and your bug out bags ready because
Imagine if
tomorrow
you said that.
we'll launch Operation Apocalypse Z.
Hey.
Zombies will be coming
Oh, I
to
just
every
cringed a little.
mode of Black Ops 4, and zombies are coming to every mode. What better way to start talking about that than with our zombies team? So let's start with that.
This
Yeah.
operation is an extremely exciting one for me personally because this one is all zombies.
Zombies has been a big part of what we do here at Trey. All the way back from
Zombies.
BO1, BO2,
We
BO3,
monkeys.
now even BO4.
We
Alpha
monkeys.
Omega
Stop.
Storm
follows
if you
on the
explode.
two of the maps that we've already seen in Black Ops 4. We got to play as the Ultimus crew in Classified, and we got to play as the Primus crew in Blood of the Dead. And those players who managed to finish those two maps will now realise that those two groups of characters
Beautiful,
have
man.
met. And this brings us up to Alpha Omega, where for the first time ever, players are going to be able to
Yep,
play
and they're showing it, of
Ultimus
course.
versions and the Ultimus versions.
Hey.
Seeing these two character crews
Both, both.
drives so much communication and talk to
Oh!
I think I'm like a
Oh,
second
here we go.
Holy shit!
Oh, that looks good. I told you it was gonna be spawn.
of Easter eggs and different kind of nods.
Look
to
at the
different
new-
parts
look
of
at the new
their story,
equipment.
because they do have involvement there.
So
They're
now,
like a tomahawk kind
you're
of
back in
like
Newtown.
claw
It's not the
thing you
Newtown
go
that you
scaling the
played
mountains
before.
with.
This map is 400% larger than the original map. That
Ooh.
means there's more places to explore.
Before.
400% larger.
Space above ground and below ground. There's different
Yes.
houses
I
that
see
you
that
can
new
see
perk.
in the
I see the new
Yes.
perk.
before.
Oh, yep.
Now you can
And look
go
at the
in and explore
equipment.
those houses and see what's going on.
That's a turret.
Newtown's always been a fun map in the zombie story.
Oh, is it?
As well, originally
Yeah,
it
it's
was
a
a very
turret.
small map. It
Never
had
used
elements
it.
in it that were hinting about something much bigger.
Newtown as a location in that facility is such a big part of the zombie story, specifically the info story. So much has happened there, and so much that we haven't really been able to talk about or tell that story yet.
So at Newtown's Broken Arrow facility, you'll find that there's been some
Ooh.
weapons research.
Broken arrow.
And these weapons are prototype ray guns.
Yeah.
They're developed at Broken Arrow.
We want players to feel the nostalgia of coming
Tell us
back
what
to
they are.
Newtown, and we do that with those
Oh,
original
it's beautiful.
experiences. But there's so much more to experience. And now that we've
Spitfire
added
on the
new
wall.
features and new mechanics, new enemy types.
A couple of them are based on Nova 6 crawlers that you saw in the Toten. They are
A new 115 in the background. You hear it?
I was
Yeah.
literally about to point
There's
out, has
the
anybody
jolting
actually
jack,
noticed the
and there's the
music?
Nova
The
6
old
model.
music.
The jolting jack.
Oh
is
no, the
just a
jumping jacks are
creature
back.
That can
Oh
teleport
no.
around,
Oh no.
fire.
I don't even know what jumping jacks are.
So I can remember playing zombies for the very first time. I remember playing through that.
It's
while this was
EMP
something
zombies.
special that we had.
EMC's
And then
back.
the theme
Oh.
of the operation in Black Ops 4 was
Exosuits.
fully themed for zombies.
Let's do the fucking
Exploring all of
transit
this
force
knowledge and all of this lore that we've built up over multiple titles, multiple games, multiple maps.
What?
Is super exciting
Oh,
to
what?
see the transformation.
Wait, what?
I think players are really
Connected?
enjoy it. I'm excited about it.
You just heard from Craig, from Danny, from Mark, and joining us here in the studio today is our lead writer, Mr. Craig Houston.
Good morning, John.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm very excited, John.
All
And
right.
you know what happens when I get excited?
Hey, look, it's the box I have.
Why are we
Good
not
things
seeing
happen in
Jason Blundell
zombies.
anymore? Where the
At
fuck
least
is he
that's
at?
the plan.
Well, it seems like there's quite a bit going on with this
Oh, boy.
operation.
Oh, boy.
All things zombies, but within the zombies experience
I
itself,
want him back.
there's quite a bit of story to catch us up on.
Yes.
So, the experience is
Come on.
called.
Alpha.
Look, it's my
but
PNG.
Camera
it
quality is really
blends a number
shit.
of different
Yeah.
experiences. Bring us up
Oh,
to
I'm
speed,
fine.
Doug.
Well, yeah, it's amazing that quite a lot's happened. Quite a lot's happened so far in Black Ops 4, particularly
Wait a
with regards to
second.
the Ether story. We last saw our gang in 2 maps at launch, Blood of the Dead and Classified. I think it's probably fair to give some spoilers at this point.
Oh?
We'll try and keep it light. At the end of Blood of the Dead, we saw the Primus crew finally breaking out of the cycle. But more than that, we saw that Nikolai Belinsky has now assumed the mantle of leadership. Richtofen gave him the Chronorium, and so from this point on, it's Nikolai, not Richtofen, that's calling the shots. Whereas over on Classified, we finally learned that the Ultimus versions of the characters didn't actually die on the moon. But more than that, at the very end of the map, they met the Primus versions. So we had Primus and Ultimus face to face. Where are we going to go from there? Well, guess what Idiot Craig decided? Let's put them all in one map and double the narrative workload. So that's what we did.
Well, let's talk to Idiot Craig about
Yes.
This is
Oh.
so. Whenever you talk about sort of the narrative workload, put it in perspective. Whenever you take on an experience like
Some
this,
Idiot
steps
Craig?
required.
Idiot Craig?
generally
Did you
Yeah.
say that?
How many lines of script?
From 2,500
I'm waiting
is
for some
probably
Easter
an
eggs to
average.
reply
We've gone up
you, like,
above
Primus
that
and
sometimes
Richtofen.
on maps like Revelations, and that's split between our principal
That's
characters
right.
and any kind of audio logs or guest appearances that we might have. For Alpha Omega,
What is that thing in the
it's
background?
actually about 5,500
shovel.
That's the
lines.
thing.
So when you've
The
got
shovel?
Primus and Ultimus
Origins?
running around together in the same map, any
That's not-
combination
oh,
of
fuck off.
different forces, you know, it's fun to see how they react to each other and how they reconcile their various differences. So, you know, beyond just all their dialogue, this is also one of the biggest maps we've ever done in terms of narrative Easter eggs. Let me just say, there's a lot of ancillary characters that you have met in the past, or if you've not met them, you've at least heard about them, and they are going to pop up in various ways throughout the map.
Well, whenever
Oh.
we talk about the map, which we're going to get
Hi.
into shortly, I mean, we're talking about an experience that, so from a narrative
Oh.
perspective, what,
Huge.
500 lines?
Huge.
And the map itself is
Biggest
is
map they've ever
several
done?
100% larger than.
Well, I mean, that's the
Nah,
big
it's not as
thing.
good
I
as
mean,
Sparrow.
have we,
Well, we'll get to it.
do you want to start taking a look? Should we take a look?
Well, so you know what? Probably. Let's jump into it.
Hi.
Well, I think the first thing
Yes,
is that you know,
gameplay,
there's been
please.
a lot of rumours for a while that we were going to be going to Nuketown,
Because-
but as always, things are never as simple as they appear. I mean,
I told you it's gonna
the
be
sign
spawn.
that you'll see when you arrive identifies
Oh my
it
god,
as
the gameplay is
Camp Edward,
oh,
which,
it's
you know,
Looks so good.
isn't quite what people thought Nuketown was
I do
necessarily.
hate how
because
grey it
what it
is,
turns
so
out to be
I'd
is
expect
that
it to
it
be, like,
is
more
a front
blue,
for
more
something else,
colourful,
something
you know
much,
what I mean?
much
More
larger.
colourful than
larger.
Classified, at
This
least,
is
and Blood.
actually a facility owned and operated by a group
Cool.
known as Broken Arrow. And once you start scratching
Wait,
the
can you not
surface,
get
you're
back
gonna
into the
realise
spawn
that, you
room
know,
after you've jumped off
the
that?
Nuketown that you think you know
Might be a way,
really
but-
is, I was going to say literally the tip of the iceberg, but that's not true. It's figuratively the tip of the iceberg. I think the overall map is many times larger than the original. I can't remember the exact proportion, so I'll just say if it was like that, it's more than that.
We've got a very complicated.
Nah, you can't get back.
relationship with this.
There might be a way
Well,
around.
We don't make stories. That's the key to our
Possibly
story.
through the
So
Yellow House,
just keep that to the
Just in
side. Just
general,
keep that to
fair,
the side.
Fair. Okay, so talk to us a little bit about the implications of having the Primus and Ultimus crews working together for the first time.
Oh my
how
god,
does
they're
that-
using the
How
soul
does that
again.
begin
Oh.
shaping our experiences?
It's well, I think everyone knows that the main difference. The Primus crew got to go on a very kind of emotional journey, searching for their souls and trying to
MSMC
save
was
them and
shit.
everything. Whereas Ultimus were a bit more goofy, stumbling around, having a bit of a laugh and not too caring too much about the fate of the universe. Now under
Oh, that's a bunker.
Nikolai's leadership, you know, obviously he's going to first of all find out
Tell
that
me you don't
things
just
weren't
buy it like a
quite
door. I
as
hope there's like
simple
steps to open
as he
it.
thought, and you know, Richthofen
It'll
always
probably
had
be
reasons for
one of
keeping
them
secrets
things to
himself.
turn on the
Nikolai's
power,
gonna
and then
struggle
it
a
will,
little bit
unless
with
the
that.
power switches in the
True.
bunker.
Because once you've read that chronology,
Whoa,
Raygun,
Mark
Raygun,
2 on the
Mark two.
wall, bro!
Mark two.
did you tell
Mark two on the
people,
wall.
or did you try and just nudge them along, or did the book say that you never told them? It's a real can of worms, but like I say, getting the different versions of the characters in the same map, you really see the contrast. You know, Richthofen,
I see. Oh,
Ultimus Richthofen.
That's
insane,
buildable. That's
utterly
buildable.
Insane.
Yeah.
I mean, premise is
it's classified.
only
Classified.
marginally more stable,
Classified.
but he's
Right there.
kind
Did
of
you see
a
it?
mellower soul.
Yeah.
Classified
saw,
tank order.
like,
bumbling
the
around looking for his
circular-
vodka and going on about his ex.
Yeah, classified tank
It's,
order.
it's kind of a, it's kind of a reminder
Whoa.
of how far the
Projectile.
characters have come, and seeing what
Perk,
they do
bro.
and don't recognise in each other is part of the fun.
What? And you get to play as both.
That's
Bruh, what a place to
Tell
put a
us,
perk.
Was
I know.
that
Seriously.
a bit of a reunion of sorts?
that-
It was a
that's a
walk down
power
memory
door,
lane
surely.
from a narrative standpoint in terms of like how those personalities.
In a weird way,
This looks
it's funny.
bad
I remember
in
saying this when we did Classified, because we'd spent so long.
Why is this guy not reloading,
Since
like-
Origins forward,
I know,
really
it's so annoying.
tried
What are you gonna
make
do with
them
one fucking
more
bullet?
realistic,
I hate
give
how
them a lot
people
more
play when
emotional
they're trying to
resonance,
get
which I
video like
definitely
this. They
think
don't
achieved,
sprint,
you
they
know, if you
literally
look at the
walk
Black
a
Ops
slow
3
Right.
and all those
I see why. It's just...
death scenes. It was
Population's at
nice
58,
to see
so
people
58
crying.
Whoa.
I
on
think
that.
you can open the back of the sign.
Because
It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny.
it
Sorry.
wasn't, but no, it's
Whoa.
more of a map.
The colour just changed.
You know, and that emotional journey that we'd taken.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
thunderclouds,
went into the garage.
thunderclouds,
They went into the
thunderclouds in
garage.
background.
To go back to Ultimus.
Thunderclouds in
Part of me was a
background.
bit- They weren't as much fun. They didn't have as much.
He opened the
But
garage and
once
then
I started writing the
it hit
jokes
something,
again and making
and then the
myself
colour changed.
laugh
Yo,
off,
you see it? Blue
and
eyes.
hopefully other people. It's no good if it's just me that laughs, but.
Yeah, I
You know,
noticed
so
how the
initially
colour
there was a
changed
bit
as
of a
well. Oh,
resistance
he's
for me
gone
to bring
down.
back
Why is he not
Ultimus
at
because I
over
thought we
bot?
progressed the characters.
Yeah.
But doing Classified and then doing this where we get them together, it's, you know, it's the best of both worlds. It really is.
So hard to focus on what he's saying while
Do
watching
we
the
want to
gameplay.
turn ourselves back into your town?
Yep.
Take us on a stroll, Greg.
Take us on a stroll. Well, look, there's a bus. It's not the bus. It's not.
Oh, I
going
did not hear
anywhere.
that. He was talking about
That's
not
to say
continuing
that
like
Ted
chaos.
isn't necessarily going to appear somewhere down the line.
You look at the
but,
sign,
you know,
there's like
he's a
50
robot, he's kind of
things. I think
difficult to get rid
that's
of.
the
So like I was
population
saying
is
earlier,
on
Pack much,
a
please?
lot of these areas are
Or
going
teleport,
to be
please.
familiar to people. Obviously, with a slight twist, there's
just
going to be
about
lots of. Like every time we do a map, you know, it gets its own
Wait.
sheen on it.
Did he just mention
But
Ted?
this, like I said earlier,
No, it
literally
said
just
that the map
represents
will be
a
familiar to
small
some
fraction
people.
of actually.
No,
what's
no. He said a
going on. So,
robot.
you know, we let people start
mentioned
off
a
thinking
robot,
they know
yeah.
what they're getting into,
Oh,
and then
wow.
as they get deeper into the game, we obviously pull the rug out from under them, and suddenly they're in a state of panic.
Oh
Wondering
my
what's coming
God.
next. That's the way we do it.
It's so cringy watching
Talk
these
to me a
people
little bit about
play.
sort of the lighting. of the
Yeah.
environment.
Wait, it's open?
Put down your
It
turret.
reminds me of back how I played back
It
in my...
is,
Oh
and in
my
fact, that's one of
God.
the things that the characters
Bunker
will talk quite a lot about. Is, in fact, I think
So
it's
what if that door's open from the start?
Ultimus Nikolai. It says, "Who are billionaires who live in such luxury?" So they all have their impressions of what's going on in the map. But as you see now, we're starting to go into some of the lower levels, into the Broken Arrow
Meme.
facility, where like all our good scientific research groups.
Have
they've
you
been doing
guys
all sorts of
noticed
things that they
about
maybe shouldn't have
the
been doing,
player
or
icons?
definitely
How
This
there's
is
only one
this is
consequences
blackouts. This is
that they make.
blackouts. New
As we
town.
find ourselves down here in the bunker,
Uh-huh.
talk to us a little bit about kind of the
I
size of the
think,
experience.
because obviously
I've
you have
seen
the
things
character
in Newtown
selection
that-
kind of,
that
like
you
it
see-
puts you as a random
Yeah,
character.
it's
I think depending on the character
Of a
that
I don't think
magnitude
you can get two of the same people.
four, I think is the right way to say
I'm
it.
not
Four
sure.
times bigger.
What I'm
Like, I don't think you
thinking
can
is
do
say
Primus
four
Richtofen and
people
Ultimus
can-
Richtofen. Like, I think it's
what's
gonna
really
be.
there now? I'm
Say
just
if four
approaching
people
statistics
join
in
the
different
game
ways
or
here, and
something,
none of them are very well. But
into a
yeah,
lobby,
it's at least
and
four
they're
times
all
the
like
size
random. I
before.
don't know if they'll. There's either two ways of thinking it. Either they all spawn in
what were
as
some of your
Primus,
favorite ways to
Victus or
build that
Primus.
experience?
Well, I mean, the
and then they
biggest
play
one for me
as
really was
that kind of
narrative, to
character,
kind
so
of
it's
get
all
into
random, or-
the narrative history of the building. I mean, people.
No,
I
what's it?
remember
You
people
spawn
asking
in
me
as
years and years ago,
Victus,
why
and
was
then
That's
Malta
Victus.
it
the bunker?
randomizes and
So,
says,
you know,
look,
that-
there's a
that's
possibility
something
that
we're
you
gonna
could be playing
get
as
to revisit
Victus
a little bit, shall we
Richtofen
say.
or
So,
You gonna be
I
playing
think,
as
you know,
Misty, Dog?
Oh yeah,
even
yeah, yeah. I
beyond
want to
what
hear
people
this.
actually
Please,
do in
please,
Newtown,
please,
there was
please,
just
please.
a lot of very significant
Self-explanatory.
narrative threads that we knew that we had to come back to. I mean, we explored a little bit of Broken Arrow in the comic book series we did a couple of years ago with the Victus crew. We saw some of Russman's history to that. But this is much more of a deep dive, and you will get to see
Pack a punch.
some of the things they are responsible for.
I heard an air
some
horn.
Twists on traditional enemies
no,
and
that's probably the
traditional
mobile.
weapons. I think we
Outside
saw
my house.
some lightning hounds running around there who are a little bit of a
Oh, so
There's something wrong
variation
with
of
the
what's
shoes.
behind
That's that
them.
thing.
Yeah. Just
Hellhounds?
a note for viewers. This
Yes.
is it's a pre-release build. There's some temp audio in there, so
Yeah, it might be some of mine. So if you hear a Scottish person or a robot yelling out, that's just because this build is before we had implemented in the actual actors dialogue. And
Yeah.
that's another thing. God, they had fun doing both characters.
but that'll sound a little different tomorrow when it's out.
Yes.
Okay. So
Should
let-
kept a lot.
prior to just over the last couple of days, we've seen the Ray Gun Mark II
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
big one too.
on our social channels. Talk to us about the Ray Gun Mark II.
Well, ray guns have got a long history in zombies, and you know, people always like to see the ray gun coming back.
I think it's fully
And this time the
automatic.
ray gun Mark II is coming back
did
with
look like
a
that,
very
that's right.
special twist. I don't want to explain
Just
exactly
hold
how
it
it
down.
functions,
Unless if it
but
shoots.
let's just say
double beam
you
laser, it
can
shoots 6
modify it or put it
bullets
together
a shot.
in a number of
Normal
different
three
ways that
inches.
significantly alter its functionality. So it kind of becomes a customize your own ray gun the way you like.
Where's
kind
Oh,
of
is that
thing.
new
Damn.
perk?
Bike.
Good ray.
So the
The bike better
inventiveness
be in. I
of
swear to God if it's not
with
in now,
the ray gun
piss.
doesn't end there. If I'm not mistaken, there's a new perk
Oh.
that's being
Yes, here we go. The new perk.
Yes. Blood Wolf Bite. Sounds good, doesn't it?
I like it.
Sounds good already. Well, this one I particularly like because what it does is when
Oh,
you do
yes!
damage and killing a lot of zombies and you have
Don't say anything. I'm not there yet.
it will spawn a wolf. A wolf known as Luna.
Yes!
Oh.
Inside you, chomping the zombies.
No, Chris.
No.
No.
Zombies. We've usually had the hell
No, I know what you're hinting at.
Coming at us. It's nice to have a dog on our side again. Yeah, on the last
I know
one,
what you're hinting at.
the ghost dog
Don't.
and the Eisendrache.
Do not.
At least this one's alive.
I
All right. So kind of
Mm.
right over the top a little bit, takes
Pretty
down the
stark.
road with the Ether story in the next DLC.
Bruh.
Where does it end?
Oh, fuck.
It takes me back to my office where I continue writing it.
Uh,
No, it is. It's gonna take us. We're so close to the end now. We're so close to wrapping up the story threads that we've been having for a long time. A lot of them are gonna come together and coalesce.
Did you
within
see how much
Alpha
lack of
Omega,
animation
but
that
there
dog
are other
had?
things
And
that
Yeah,
are
just
yeah.
that are going to lead us directly into the next operation in our DLC 4, and there will be a lot of answers. There will be a lot of pain. There will be a lot of joy.
A lot of
and
pain.
maybe a few tears as well.
Next operation confirmed new DLC.
No.
All right. So let's just sort of let's recap everything.
Aw.
Make sure that we've covered it all. Huge narrative.
Yep,
Larger
biggest
map,
ever.
Larger map, larger place.
I know what
playing
weapon
with
we're gonna see
Crimson
next
Ultras
year.
Yes.
too. Brand new experience.
Me?
Ray Gun Mark II, new perk. What are we leaving
No
out?
way bigger than Blood
The
Dog.
secret things that we're not going to talk about.
Oh boy.
Because there's always, you know, back to your iceberg metaphor again.
Yeah.
What we've said today, it's a bigger bit of iceberg, but it's still not the entirety of the iceberg.
I've been blue
As I say,
balled.
there's a bunch of ancillary and or guest characters, both allies and enemies, that are going to pop up as you progress in the main quest.
Oh shit.
Craig, thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Don't go.
Tomorrow's release of Alpha Omega, we brought along a little bit of gameplay. So here's a sneak peek of what is to come.
Yes. Full trailer.
What is the next phase of our journey?
Are we just gonna
Trailer?
I wish I could forewarn you
Oh,
of what
so
is to
No
come,
trailer.
and what is at stake.
Yes, dude. Oh!
Yo, the mannequin turned its head.
Yeah, I saw that.
There is more to this facility than meets the eye.
Oh my. Oh shit!
I swear. It's just
Oh my god!
Joel!
Oh my god,
Holy
Robert.
fucking
Yay.
shit!
Dual wield.
Welcome back. Zombies continues to invade every other mode of the game, including multiplayer. Here to
Oh my fucking
Wait,
god!
available now?
In Operation 5, we have
Available
24
now.
miles
It's at available now. It's at available now.
Wait, I'm having a
Awesome to
look.
be here,
I'm
John.
going
Thanks
back.
for
Oh,
having us.
yo, yo.
All right, let's jump right into it. Let's get into
Begins
Holy
July
shit.
9th.
next week.
It said begins
Let's
July
start
9th.
with news around Reaper.
It's at available now. It's at available now.
Reaper
Did you see that?
is coming into
I
the
just went back. It
multiplayer
said
game.
July 9th.
We're super excited for that.
No, no, no.
He's
The
bringing
operation
his
begins. Available now. It's
scythe,
set.
his specialist
I'm gonna
weapon.
check.
It's a big machine
It
gun,
said
as you
23
might
hours.
expect.
Wait, what's happening?
It's a
on
little
Discord?
different than you've seen it before. It's Black
Dude,
Ops
the fucking
4
Galvin
is
Knuckles and dual
prequel to a
wield
different
fucking
time
Mega
period than
Punch.
Black Ops 3. So he
Yes.
doesn't have his minigun arm yet. What he does have is a giant double-barreled 50 cal machine gun.
Nobody
So he pulls out
cares
that
about
boy
Reaper.
Well,
What is the next phase of our journey?
Yo, was that, wait, was that the
What is
N16?
the next phase of
I'm not there yet, dude.
The Rampage.
I wish I could forewarn you of what is to come and what is at stake. Show them no mercy!
Is this Thor?
there is more to this facility than
Oh,
meets the
no.
eye.
That's such clickbait. It's at available now.
I had a look back. It said start stream on July 9th.
No, if you go back, available now on Black Ops Pass. It's set.
Let me look. New Zombies
look.
Experiment. Oh yeah, available
Wait,
now in
what?
Black Ops Pass. First on PS4. And then the next scene, it says Operation Apocalypse begins July 9th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back.
So I'm checking right now.
So you can't be seen by enemy fog of
Oh,
war,
it does
you
say
can't be seen
available
by
now
enemy
on Black Ops
UAVs,
Pass. Well, what if
anything like
it's...
that. When you
what
fire
I
if
was
that
talking about
means
the
that-
zombie
whole
map.
area within this shroud.
Wait,
when it's
can we
deployed,
download it now?
blocked out. to
Yeah,
enemies. So
I'm
it's a
having
great
a look.
spot to get your whole team up. You can just lay down
I'm
fire
having-
with
I'm
your
looking.
side, and
Alpha
no one will
Mega.
know necessarily
Do you
where
think we
you
can
are based on
download the
mini-map.
fucking
You'll have
map?
to find
Oh
your
my god, dude, that'd be
position,
fucking
find your
sick.
tracers and your gunfire and all of that. So it synergizes really well with his side, and it creates some new gameplay.
probably
opportunities
download it,
where
but
if
can't
you're
play it.
Trying to either hold down an area where your team's at, and you don't want to be seen in there, you can do that, or you can, if you're attacking an objective, you can shoot the shroud. It fires kind of like the sensor dart, so you can shoot in a trajectory at a distance, and that way you're laying cover for your team to advance.
Sure. Interesting way to play with the
Black
mini-map.
Ops 4.
Interesting. All right. So, but there's also some news on the party game front. What are we bringing with this operation?
Party game,
So
new party
starting
game.
tomorrow, Sticks and Stones.
Yes!
I'm checking right now. I'm
Sticks
checking
and
right now.
Stones.
Is going to be the
Sticks
feature
and Stones
playlist.
coming back. Crossbow gameplay.
It's a party game mode,
Yo.
so you can
Sorry,
bring your
just
friends
like
in. It's a free for all. We had a ton of fun playing just the other day.
Yes.
So the way this game
Look at that
works, it's a
crossbow.
free-for-all.
Sticks
You're
and
trying to get
stones.
somebody in there, and you load out with an explosive
baby.
crossbow.
I
Shoot
love
somebody
gun
with a
games.
crossbow. It's not going to kill them when it hits them, but it's going to blow up shortly after, and
Yes.
then they're going down. So that's a skill shot. It's a projectile. Then when you switch to your secondary weapon, you got a ballistic knife.
And it's double
So
XP,
instant
look, double
melees
XP.
Or the ballistic knife, you hit him with that. Also a skill shot weapon. And then as your equipment, everyone's got a hatchet. It's another skill shot weapon.
No, the clickbait
so
it does.
It's a lot of fun. You're running around trying to hit each other with these,
not
trying
there.
to beat
Nah,
players.
I think
If
it's just
there's kind of a little rock,
an
paper,
arrow.
scissors going on there, where you got a melee on the ballistic knife. But on
Still
the
gonna be
crossbow,
checking,
you've got
though.
Explosives, but they don't.
unless
die
if they're not
immediately,
going to
and then,
release. I'm checking.
The hatchet. The hatchet has got kind of the real factor here. So the way that the scoring works in this, let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
So if
We know
you,
how Sticks and
kill
Stones
an enemy
works.
with the crossbow or the ballistic knife, it's going to be 100 points towards your score. Person with the most score at the end of the game wins. Hatchet only gets you 50 points, but the person that you're taking out with
Humiliation.
the hatchet, their score is completely zeroed
It's still
out.
not as good as Black Ops.
So it's that's kind of what makes the
It's so brutal.
it's what makes the game so fun though,
hate
because
this
you could
map,
go on
though.
such a crazy run. You're like, oh, I want to be in first place.
not
You
on
get
this
to
game.
first place, and then you realize everyone's trying to take you out with a hatchet.
It's literally like,
Yeah.
great, I'm first. Oh no, right? Absolutely, good times.
So to help drive the action on that, we've got a UAV ping
Yeah.
that happens about every minute, just to make sure that the first place player isn't camping too much. And not only is there a UAV ping, but if you are in first place, you're going to be shown with a gold dot instead of a red dot.
Oh.
So everyone's going to know where you are. They're gonna
That
be
was a
coming
nice
after you.
throw.
So there is no safe haven.
That's
And,
like
it's
Yo,
just
you
a
see
feature.
that? Double
All right,
XP.
so that's Sticks and Stones. That's awesome stuff. But we also have some maps with us for everyone.
Okay,
with
then
Black
show
Ops
the maps.
Pass, and Miles is over here. He brought some footage. He brought a build.
I brought
Better
the-
than
Does
footage.
the
Oh,
store
a
have an
build?
update
It's a
or
real
something?
thing.
Because that looks
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, I'm super excited to talk about the new maps coming out in
I think the
Apocalypse
stores had
Z.
an update.
Like we've tried to do
Yes. Do Horizon Jackets
with
first.
all of the maps on each operation was really themed them appropriate to the operation. And
Just
this is
gonna
all
play
about
it.
zombies invading
You better
the
not
rest of
play
the
like the
game, and
others
so
do.
we really took to that heart. What are some cool elements we haven't done in the multiplayer
Low
maps?
gravity,
This
please.
map that
This
we're
might be the
looking
only
at is
map
called
pack
the
I
Shadow,
download for
which means
multiplayer.
the Shadow, and this is all
I've
about
got them downloaded anyway.
Tell us about
no space.
the naming meeting on that one. How did that go?
Well, this is actually, it's pretty different for MP because we haven't done a German map. Zombies has done this before with Horizon Drop.
Why don't you
and
just
some
call
other
it
stuff we've
Horizon
done is
Drop?
This map actually relates one-to-one to
That's it,
Horizon Drop,
that's the
because if you
castle.
look up here,
What?
Wait, it's
you
called
see
Shadow?
the castle
Phase
of
of
Horizon
our
Drop
journey.
is, this whole map takes
called
place in
Smash.
the Shadow, which is why it's called the Shadow.
No,
of
Shadow.
Horizon Drop. So we've kind of
The Horizon
shadowed
Drop,
them
right
together
there.
in that sense. So you get to play in this
Oh,
little
what?
Austrian
It's
Alps town, but
the
main thing
Wolfen-
is that
bruh.
the ginormous
Yo,
The
Shadow,
Wolfen
robot
that is
sort of
that
has
is Dutch.
fallen
Yo, there
victim
Shadow.
should
across
be
the
an
entire map,
Easter
which is
egg
pretty
where
cool.
you see
So you
Dempsey
get these
just
really
come
epic
flying
kind
down
of
and
gameplay
it's
moments
shit,
fighting
man.
in his
Like,
guts, basically.
Yeah.
So you're crawling through and it's totally smashed. This church, and what's really cool is that the element 115
really
has got
wish
these
that was
supernatural properties
a
where things are
zombies map,
not
man.
as they seem, so things are floating. He's leaking his
Like
guts
the-
everywhere, and he gets some really cool gameplay. You come out here, and what this is really cool is this is where his head's falling
No graph?
naturally because it fell off of the church when he smashed down. But it's really cool is this is like a really awesome power position Overwatch here.
Oh, the button.
So you get to look through his visor and feel like
the
you're the
button.
robot, you know, which is something really cool. And then you get little green interact button. If you see his
Shoot
finger
down
over
Vincent.
there, you can time it because you can see the shadow of enemy players. Press this bad boy, and that finger's gonna smash enemies to bits, which is pretty,
Wait,
pretty
you can
exciting.
interact with a
So
button.
this is pretty cool. It's a cool little thing to kind of block them and also kind of smash
Oh,
them
you
down
can
if you
fucking
can.
squash
But this
them.
map is very different,
Yep.
right? It does take place at night. We're trying to mirror, again, what was in Horizon
Squad
Drop, and offer some new and
trophy.
interesting things. I got this train station. The long engagement down the street is super interesting in terms of decision making, because you can have
As in
these really
stats,
long
see?
engagements, or you can cut
Doesn't look like
through
this
the
logo.
backside.
You gotta
and
play
do some
20
nice
total
builds.
rounds
So
of
we
Blood of the
think in
Dead
the
over.
portfolio of the
We already did
Operation
that.
Z maps, it's really, really interesting. We've also got
Well, Blood of the Dead isn't
some
even a
hidden
bad match.
friends,
to be honest, so I have no
like to
problem
hang
with it.
out
Oh,
as
hi.
well.
Look.
A little zombie action.
Fitting for the operation.
There you
That's
go.
right.
Thematically appropriate.
There's some cool stuff overall. This is
Oh,
like
big.
what we call our little
Oh,
Christmas.
hello
one.
there.
Some
Hi,
bad
zombie.
shit happened here, unfortunately. But we're really excited about this because it's got some really
Hi.
interesting stuff overall. It is a larger map, and what that allows us to do is there's just a lot of different ways to move around the map and flank players and try to outsmart them in really, really cool and clever ways overall. So we're excited to get this in people's hands.
Talk a little bit about the sort of the design process or the creative process behind this, because I mean, whenever you said that your team really kind of took it to heart, you weren't kidding.
No, yeah, this is exciting because we were like, hey, we're gonna do a zombie operation. And you're like, what does that mean? And then the team starts to go, okay, man, what have we not done? And we really haven't showcased some of the awesome sort of what the zombies team has been doing and bring that into multiplayer. And enhance that through multiplayer. And this is where
To
we
buy
were,
30
I want to get in this visor, we want to fight it. This was a cool idea we had, and now it becomes a powered position. What happens if the guts and this robot falls over the entire map? What does that mean to the village? How does that change normal flow? Just offer some really, really cool opportunities. And then fighting around the floating stuff. The 115 is pretty cool and
floating
exciting.
stuff.
overall. So it's just more opportunities to do things we haven't done before.
Let me check
Visually
trophies
and
on
Yeah,
BO4.
Oh, yeah.
it's interesting you mentioned that for the zombies, the theme, right? Everything's
Yep,
supposed to
it's
fit
there,
in. That's
Alpha
actually
Mega,
why we chose
trophies.
Reaper for this operation, because
Wait,
he
what?
can't be affected by this, can't be bitten
Don't
by
read
the
him out.
zombies.
That's right.
He's a robot.
Naturally.
You want me to tell
He
him?
is the zombie Terminator.
No.
Miles, it's super cool, but that's not the only map that you
None
got.
of them are
There's three
secrets.
maps in
None of
all,
them.
And right now you are
What?
taking us to a new one, which
You want to
where
know
we at
what
right now?
the
So
Easter egg is?
This map's called
No, I
Remnant,
wanna-
and
I
it
wanna
takes place
read
in
it.
the Louisiana marshes. So it's got this really creepy supernatural vibe.
Okay, I'll leave the stream.
And
on.
where we are at is at the
gonna go check out
Museum of
trophies.
Unnatural History, and we we really love this map because what we've started to do was grab bits and pieces of zombie history and do a little twist on it. So if we go to the Crater of Hell exhibit, this will actually take us to the moon. And so we've got this little cool diorama.
Whoa, there's a perk
zombie
machine.
players would know. This is the
Sorry, guys,
sort of the moon stuff. And you'd come
Dude.
out
Wait,
here,
is this a zombie?
and you get to play in the actual moon. So what we've really done is this museum has started to buy these artifacts around the world. They don't actually know that they're zombified, and so they happen to buy it naturally. And they buy one, and unfortunately, it's still alive, and it unleashes chaos across the entire map, turning people into zombies. And now here we are in the aftermath.
What?
And then some of the people have
Whoa.
zombies. This is like an astronaut that was showing
That fucking trophy
in the
name.
area. Now he's a zombie, and he's stuck up there.
Yes,
so
dude.
it's like little cool vignettes around.
Hang on, I'll read those. I'll read those in a
and
little
then
bit.
it's really cool visual contrast and gameplay contrast where you step into this environment and you feel like you're on the moon, and you get this really high to low differentiation. Get in the crater because we got some like hard points here and stuff, which is really super unique. And then you step out and you're into a whole new world. Or hey, let's go to the bus to the beyond.
Oh my
which
God.
is transit. Right, so now we're at the diner, and we got our fake people eating in there. Again,
Bus to the beyond. See, I thought
over there eating, stuck in there. But it's really cool because this is all about getting into that bus, and you've never actually played this MP, so now you're in the bus, you're trying to hold it down. There's a lot of objectives around here. This map's the first map we've actually done 7 hardpoints, which is super interesting. The map's pretty big overall, and we really wanted to try to maximize that space. So you get this a lot of variety as you're playing the maps, and a lot of clever choices to make on the inside to outside.
What were the playtests like with that? How'd that all pan out?
We were a little worried, but surprisingly, everyone was like, "Man, this is awesome. We should do more of that," which is cool. Except you need more space, so it was like,
bro, I'd love to go
chicken or egg, but it worked out. The next exhibit is what we're calling the Wicked Waters, and this is basically kind of a small recreation of Titanic. So we've taken some of the cool bits from Titanic. You're out at sea here. And then we've got kind of these ghosts. So the story being here is that these souls lost from the Titanic are trapped in the museum, and again, they're trying to sell, trying to scare you. It's like the haunted mansion kind of Disneyland is. They don't really know what happened. But it offers unique gameplay, right? You just came from the bus in transit and shooting and holding that down, to now making more decisions going in and out of the little mini boat, and now you can try to hold down the front of the boat and try to hold down these other positions in front of you overall. And if we keep going, and
This is great. You're actually the tour guide.
Yeah, that's right. Welcome to Museum of Natural History. We got some shirts that we'll be selling at the end of the tour. But it's awesome because the whole outside is in the marshes. It's really creepy. And then we come over here, and now we've entered into the asylum. Again, players will sort of recognize this as really creepy chair, creepy lighting. Just lean into each of these exhibits. Oh, hello, zombie friend again. Overall, and then we're back at sort of the front. So each area has its own theming overall of exhibits, which is really cool when you talk about how did we lean into this sort of zombie theming and operation. This was really exciting for us to get into these different areas, this zombie lore, and really enhance it sort of MP-wise, how we can play it.
I've never played an MP map that feels so much like a zombies map.
Yeah.
But it's its own creation in and of itself.
Yeah. And it's so different from each side, right? Like now we're outside in the creepy marshes, and we've got like a bomb site here, so you get some really interesting gameplay of like the water and coming in and out overall, and then just cutting through all these different buildings is really, really exciting.
Again, come back to the creative process here, because you're mixing so many like different locales from and so much heritage. I mean, how did you land on these spots?
It was surprisingly difficult. We actually took stock of like all the zombie maps we have done. Right?
Yeah.
We were like, okay, we want to do a museum idea. What are the sort of the best ones that offer unique gameplay? Because if it wasn't going to provide gameplay, it wouldn't be right for multiplayer, right? So the bus was kind of like, everyone was like, dude, I want to get in the transit bus. I want to get in that bus, right? And I want to shoot from it and try to hold it down. I want to get on the moon and fight in that crater and be on the surface of the moon, because we haven't been able to do that in MP. And you get your little fakery here where you can do it. So each one had to really offer some really unique gameplay. And if it didn't have that, then it kind of didn't hit the sort of sniff test on being enough for this sort of map.
We'll talk about that marriage between like sort of the zombies
this map
heritage, but
so
also,
dope.
I mean, whenever you were outside, clearly you brought in some new gameplay variety.
Yeah, well, it's a shame it's a fucking...
Yeah, we wanted to you know, it's twofold. Use the thing that was iconic from Zombies, use it in a new, interesting way, and then try to offer some really unique ways to engage in and around it. This map, because of its sheer size, has so many decisions. Not that you get overwhelmed, but everywhere you go, you really have to make some thoughtful decisions, right? If I'm in the bus, do I hold it down? Where am I moving? Am I going through the wicked waters? Am I going on the outside? If I go on the outside, do I go in the water? Do I come back out of it? Do I go back into Titanic? You know, do I go into Asylum? We really wanted to let players have this playground of all the different cool exhibits to do what they kind of want to do and play how they want to play. There's different ranges across the entire map overall.
All right. How do the call-outs work? Has the team? Has there been a lot of that?
Oh, this map is the best for landmarking, right? Because you're like, I'm on the moon, and everyone's like, yeah, you're on the moon, and then I'm in transit, right? So it adds a gameplay element, like you're saying, which is really cool. This under here is like the archive room. If you think like Raiders of the Lost Ark, where they've got all the old stuff. This is kind of the idea here.
You got the best men on it.
Yeah, best men.
No, it's interesting because I mean, whenever you talk about one of the hallmarks of Treyarch map design, it's just like there are always these landmarks that you can kind of call out to. Hitting the easy button on the bus.
Yeah, it was easy. Their landmarking, making them fun and work for multiplayer was the hardest thing iteration-wise. Overall, but we're really happy with where we landed.
You had the Chronicles freaking
kind of have some of the fun that we've had with the
resources.
Also find some of the Easter egg. I mean, there's the awesome dog, right? Like there's so much cool zombie stuff that it was like we had to use it. It was really cool because you get people across the studio that have never worked on multiplayer.
Yeah.
And they're like, I saw you use the zombie thing from the previous map, and we're like,
Space Dog.
Thank you when you made that X years ago. Pretty awesome overall.
You can see the creativity being unleashed in this operation, especially from the map team. It's been awesome to see.
Yeah, super cool.
But wait, there's more.
That's right. So the last map in the operation Apocalypse Z is Havana. So we're bringing back Havana, which we're super excited about. And if you think about the portfolio of the maps, we went from the Austrian Alps
left side Giant Origins.
Right,
you see it?
And now we're in Havana, which
left side the poster.
In Cuba. And this map is so drastically different than the other ones. This map is all about risk versus reward. High risk, high reward. This map has very, very long engagements down this center street. If players
this looks like that Black Ops 1 map.
Why am I? You can go down the street, super exposed. You can cut into sort of the plethora of different flanking options across the buildings overall. And this is where you start to get really sneaky and clever on the stacked gameplay. There's a guy underneath me. Let me get under here and try to get to him overall, which is really cool. We've been wanting to bring this back for a long time and trying to find the right time to do it. This felt like the right time. I know people go like, it's a zombies operation. That doesn't make sense. It was more of the portfolio of the experiences for the maps. And this felt right with the other maps because it's so different than the other two. And the overall totality of the portfolio of all the maps we've sort of released at this point.
Yeah, great sniping opportunities on here, down the street, from window to window. There's almost no other fight quite like this in the game in terms of sniper versus sniper in multiplayer.
Yeah.
Not a lot of them.
Yeah, I have great memories when we first did this, and now bringing it back, it was pretty awesome. You know, you run around shotgun SMG, you stay in the back alleys in the streets, and you try to own that. And then for the guys, there's tons of guys on our team that are so good at sniping. I hate them. Bernard, shout out to you. Overall, is they will just sit here and destroy your face, and then you really have to think smart. Okay, I'm gonna get Spectre, I'm gonna throw some smoke out there, and I'm gonna go knife you, right? So there's ways to use the tools to your advantage, and this map really challenges you overall to do that. Much in the same way the other ones, but this one because of the high cost down the street.
As you're spinning around here, I have to tell you, it's like I'm having like flashbacks.
Oh, same here. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, this one's awesome. We have our zombies sort of tie-in.
Oh, hey, look, it's Richtofen,
over here.
The statue.
They basically are having a film festival for zombie movies. So this is our sort of little nice nod to the zombies Operation Apocalypse Z. But this stuff's really cool. It was really awesome, especially for some of the new team members to see some of the old stuff and how it's different and how we're enhancing it as well. This one was really fun to bring back.
Look at this shit.
It looks really gorgeous. And
it's at the end of a street, surrounded by tall things.
As we kind of wrap
the entrance is the same. As soon as you walk in, there's a snack bar.
Maps, total offerings.
I'm super excited. I mean, we've really, tried to do a lot.
They
of
didn't
different
even
things
showcase
for
Reaper.
BO4,
That's the
especially
fun
through
thing.
fellowship content.
Yeah.
The
Well,
previous
fuck
two maps and this map really lean into providing different experiences to really enhance the next
Watch
one.
him be OP.
They talked about
Hopefully
him
players appreciate
after the
that
zombie
we're
trailer
kind of stepping out of our
when they
comfort
started.
zone, and the team's
Yeah,
really
but
trying to
that
push
was all.
themselves beyond their limits in terms of
Alright, fair enough.
creativity and design and art and visual.
There's also some other news on the infected front.
Yeah,
Oh.
we'll have
Attack of the Undead?
game modes coming back, cycling through. We're not done yet. There's more coming. And of course,
Horde
with the
point?
zombie-themed operation, we'll have infected coming back. Other game
Yes,
modes as well.
Infected.
Gun game's going to be coming back, and
Gun
we're
game's
making
coming back.
a little
Yes, please.
change there, where the ballistic knife will be the last weapon that you get. So we'll be switching out the weapons a little bit there. Stockpile.
Oh, yes,
and
go on.
a lot of fun game modes coming and rotating throughout the operation.
Very cool.
Okay.
Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
Next up, we have one Mr. Matt Schrantz joining us to talk about all things Blackout. But first,
Blackout.
let's check out this trailer.
All right,
Oh.
Here we go.
Wait, is that Outrider? Oh shit!
I actually really like that fucking outfit. Oh, I like this one too. Oh my god.
Is that Firebreak? Danny Trejo.
Hey. Rust?
Rushman.
Yeet!
Dude,
Dude, this. Oh my god, dude. This doesn't even look like Blackout.
no.
Oh, wait, what? Tell me this.
Danny Trejo.
Tell me this is like a new game mode. There's 5 of them, dude.
Yo, you heard that song?
Zombie theme.
Yeah. Someone.
Dude, please tell me that's a new
That's-
game mode.
And there we have it. Just like we said at the top of the show, zombies will be coming to every
There was
element
5.
of Black Ops 4, including Blackout. And here today to tell us more about what that zombies experience looks like within Blackout is Matt Schrantz, senior game designer. Matt,
Hi.
stream.
Oh, here, it's
Thanks for having
Bold
me.
Guy again.
Operation Apocalypse Z
Hey,
brings zombies into
wait,
Blackout.
Dude,
What's the
dude,
Oh,
that kind of
who?
reminds me of H1.
What was your approach? What are the themes, the ideas?
Who?
Tell us about that journey.
The fucking trailer.
Well, it's
like the zombie
we've got a
portion
long
of it, not
history
the
with
battle
zombies.
royale.
Oh, no, I thought you meant
zombies
H1
aren't new
fucking-
to Blackout.
Oh,
Oh.
why was I thinking of
You know,
H3,
we've got
H3?
our zombie
Oh, no,
destinations,
like
which
H1Z1.
with your basic wandering zombies
I've
if you
not
happen to go
seen the
around those
trailer for
areas. And with Apocalypse Z, we
want
really
the
wanted to
camera,
see
I don't have
how
to
we
watch it.
could further integrate that history that we have with zombies into the Blackout. Just gameplay and thematics, whether it's in our large Blackout map, whether it's in Alcatraz. So there are tons of ideas thrown around, and I think we've come away with some really nice stuff.
So I think maybe to get a better feel for how you're translating some of those themes, it'd be nice to take a look at a build. And if I'm not mistaken, you brought one with you.
I have
today.
one.
There we boom.
Yep, there we go.
All right.
That was
yeah, so
cringe.
What we're going to take a look at here is our main map.
Oh my god.
And this
Wait,
is,
what did he just do? Did he
really
try and pull a
what I was
controller
alluding to
out
of
of his
really
fucking-
embracing
Yeah.
that zombies vibe.
Yeah.
You never know what's out there creeping in the shadows. So right off the bat, you can see
Eagles?
here I'm up on Hydro Dam, and visibility is low, John.
It's like you've taken me into like a
damn
John
right.
Carpenter film or something.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like-
yeah. We're trying to hit those notes. So this is
Fog rolling.
what you're seeing here is the foggiest version of this map that we're gonna see in
What?
Apocalypse Z Operation.
I'm trying to
fog
hit
is
those
something
notes.
the team kind of plays with a little bit, dials up. and
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, visibility and impacting that in gameplay. We have experience with that, even in Black Ops 4. We've put some things out there, and we've seen the feedback. So this is one that we want players to be able to opt into. And since players can opt into this map, we've decided to push that quite a bit further than we did on our the other main map, which has the fog pulled way back.
Sure.
But for this, since it's going to be its own featured playlist, I
Yes.
think for now we're going to start off in a core quads on the heavy fog map.
So I'm just going to hop right into a helicopter, and we can kind of take a look at how far we've pushed this, and really tried to embrace that vibe of zombies. So the waters are flowing red.
Whoa.
I'll
Wait,
leave
is the
that up
fog
to the
map
imagination
different?
of everyone out there.
Dude, you
of
literally
Is it-
can't see shit.
why the waters are red.
Okay.
But that's another part of this vibe, this Apocalypse Z zombie theming that we've pushed all throughout Black Ops
'Cause
4
blood.
that we're taking a look at in Blackout
Bro,
here.
where's the land?
So
I'm looking at the map,
I'm
you
going
can't
down.
see the
It's
fucking
inevitable.
land.
Real.
I'm gonna take a stop off at
He's
Asylum.
literally by Varrock.
No, COD
One of my
Verrupt.
favorite places to drop, and I think it's pretty appropriate now that we're looking at our
I hope it blows up.
Apocalypse Z themed map.
He's in deployment pending, dude.
So just another small thing, but a fun thing that
Oh.
we've added in this version of
No,
Blackout
I mean, it's just
that
funny.
most of the players will be familiar with if you've played Alcatraz Portals.
Wait, is that the
we've added
L3
wall buys,
Siege or whatever?
to Asylum.
L4 Siege. It's not even the L4 Siege.
We'll be rolling
No.
out more
The
and zombie
Black Ops
destinations
3
throughout the
launcher.
operation. On top of all the
XM53?
delicious zombies related
Yeah,
loot that you're going
I
to
don't
find
know.
on the ground here, you can come here and you're
Was
going to
it
find
the
those wall
XF?
buys throughout Asylum.
The XF53.
And you'll be able to find
remember.
some nice
I got it
zombie slaying
diamonds, all I
weapons throughout
remember.
there.
With the black
Next,
star.
you're going to tell me that you put zombie Easter eggs in here.
Ooh, it's possible.
What?
It's possible. Treyarch has been known to dabble in the eggs of Easter.
The dark arts of Easter eggs.
The dark arts. I
Bruh.
won't go any further than that, but one could make the assumption. You know what? I'm not going to get in that chapter.
You play Blackout, you can carry
Bruh,
any
he
weapon you
shot it
like.
with an
You know,
Essex.
that would never slow me down.
I've watched you play. I watched you play. So throughout the season,
Why
you're
did he
going to
shoot his
experience
helicopter
some
with
I don't know.
very cool zombie-related things in these maps and in this operation. One of which may involve zombies, may involve
Bruh.
new zombie types.
You want to
Wait,
go
you
to
guys are
spawn?
mixing up with some of the zombies AI.
Yes. Yeah. We are going to introduce new AI types, new zombie AI types throughout the operation.
New zombie
Some will
types.
be targeted to limited time modes.
Is it?
That'd be sick.
Some will not. And one thing that I wanted to show you here is that with that,
Oh yeah.
say you're hiding in this room,
How safe am I?
you're not going to be as safe as you once were, John.
Ooh.
So on top of the AI zombies, we've added the ability for the AI to tear
Why?
down doors.
Oh my god.
So if you think you're safe, you're not really safe. And then with the introduction of destructible doors, we've also
What?
Kick 'em
worked
open?
that into how the players interact with the
Boy!
doors.
Nah.
So what I'm
Yes!
going to show you here is you're going to toss an explosive at that door, and
Yes!
it's gone. So
Oh, that's
much like we
epic.
did with the garage doors, which some of you may
Oh,
have
what the
noticed. I don't have a garage
fuck,
door
man?
handy here, but a few updates back, we added the ability for you to shoot the button on a garage door, lifts that. So it's going to be similar. You're gonna have to pay a little bit more attention when you're inside of a room. You're not going to be able to have that door safety quite as much as you once was.
Exploding.
If I'm not mistaken, there are a
fucking
couple
door.
things in the trailer that we just
Oh
watched
my
that are going to
God.
be making their way into Blackout at some point during the operation, probably in a few weeks here. One of them was the motorcycle with the sidecar.
Yes, yes. Very similar to the ATV, fast-moving, low health, but you and your buddy can ride along and pretend that you
It's
have
just a
your
motorbike,
leather
most
cap
likely.
on and scarf flying in the wind.
Pretend.
Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But absolutely love zipping around in the motorcycle with sidecar. So new vehicle, yes.
All right.
Fuck.
And then there were a couple familiar faces, but we'll come back to that in a bit. As you kind of look ahead down the road.
Wait a second.
There are some things sort of just peeking over the horizon here. and I believe that
Trophies have been added to Alpha Omega.
on that list.
I
That's
knew
what,
it. I
bruh.
guessed so.
You're a little late, but
Like I said, we're really trying to
I
I
didn't know
legit
that.
said that 20 minutes
zombie
ago.
history that we have here.
I
at
didn't
Treyarch.
hear you.
That includes,
hear
like you said,
you.
the zombie
Didn't
Easter
hear you.
eggs. Some of
Don't
those
say
Easter eggs
them. Fnatic
inspired
wants to read them.
Oh, I already saw
some
them,
of the community's favorite Easter eggs.
All right.
On Black Ops 4 and previous.
I
Black
don't
Ops
know if
titles.
well, I'm gonna
And
find
then
out sooner
that also
enough. I know.
includes,
So
some wonder weapons.
Wonder weapons?
I don't want to get into too many specifics. You may see an Alistair's Folly. You may see
What?
a
I told
here
you.
and
I
there.
told you. Alistair's
But
Folly.
I'll leave it at that. I've teased.
Oh,
but there will be-
yes.
Let's tease something else.
Let's do our hair.
Oh.
Our hat. What's that?
Our hair.
Okay. No.
Oh
Actually,
my god.
we'll take that one away for later.
Okay.
So, for anyone that has been asking
Oh
about
my
Can you
God,
just
dude.
wheeze on
What you got?
purpose?
Ooh, that would be fun.
What?
We should
By
do
all
that.
perks.
Take notes.
Yes. So I mean,
Wait,
it was kind of a
have you
no-brainer
both
for
read
us.
the trophies? Yeah.
We're sitting around a table. What if we had a game mode that revolved around infecting humans? And we do. It's infected. It's obviously due
It's coming
to
to Blackout?
Blackout and Battle Royale.
I think it is.
Last man standing, single life, circles.
I told you.
It's got to behave a little differently. So we've
Turned?
kind of taken that
Please be
that
turned.
thought
Turned?
Please
of
be turned.
survivors on this huge map.
Yes.
Fog covered. And then how do we kind of integrate the infected zombies? How do players become infected?
Yes!
How do you win?
Please.
What does squad placement look like? What does circle look like? What kind of zombie drive?
H1Z1.
Rev.
Yeah.
The answer is no. We consulted with MIDI zombies and not good drivers. Not good drivers. So yeah, that game mode is going to be called Pandemic because it's not entirely infected, as the players know, but it is the spirit of infected of you want to survive.
Yes,
we've been
dude,
having
that
a
sounds
blast
dope.
with it, and I can't wait for it to get out there.
I don't even know what's being said.
This fog
barely fucking hear
really
it.
adds to the oh crap, what is going on there?
Certainly throws off a different vibe.
Yeah, I mean it's you like I said, I've got my Outlaw here with the 3x and it's difficult. It really gets in your head. So especially if you're gonna play late at night, headphones on, lights off, you're in for a good time. You're tooling around firing range and maybe you see those targets moving back and forth and you look at them, maybe do a double take on those because several times in the playtest it's is that an enemy? Is it not? So yeah,
Do I risk it and give away my position?
Right. The answer is always yes.
I like to take a step further and just use all my bullets.
There you go.
All of them. Yeah. Matt, thanks for taking us through that. Really appreciate it. Before we wrap things up, though, I got to ask: is there anything that you are particularly excited about with Apocalypse?
Good question. I mean, I'm very excited about this.
Where's the fan
operation as a
Sevenfold?
whole. But as
It'll
we
be at
work
the
through
end.
these different things that we've been talking about, I think the one I'm most excited about is something that we haven't talked about yet, and that's
I want to see the director's
have it on
cut.
stream.
the version that
I'm
we've
listening to it.
cooked up for Apocalypse and the game mode that's going to be featured on that.
Do you have a?
I love the Veg 7.
I do, John.
I like it too. It's just like
Glad
have it
you
on
asked.
stream.
I know.
Yeah, so let's take a look here.
But to be fair, I'd rather have.
Immediately, again,
Yo,
right off the
Alcatraz.
bat, you can see a little bit darker.
I hope for DLC
it's
4 we
nighttime in
have
Alcatraz
Alina
on the
Seaman
rock.
and Kevin and Sherwood. Though,
So
'cause
right
I
off the
love
bat,
them.
again, really
on that
trying
together.
to hit on those creepy zombie
Nova.
vibes.
Clark
And
as
you're gonna have
Novas.
to be a bit more careful and a bit more methodical as you move through
I'm
this.
running nightmares
Let me get my
to
level
face
1 armor.
myself.
Story of my life.
I see
So on top of the night version of this map, the game mode that we're gonna release for Operation Apocalypse Z is what we're calling Alcatraz Portals Horde. And we know that people love Alcatraz Portals. It's one of my favorites. It's heavily requested. Anytime it happens to get removed due to it being a limited time mode.
Is it literally
tweets on
Alcatraz
Reddit
put in
posts
the
about
top?
wanting to bring it back.
Your fault.
And Zob.
All my fault.
Totally.
I take full blame. But that said, we really kind of said, you know, what can we do to that kind of core Alcatraz portals with portals redeploys? What can we do to amp up that zombie madness that we're going for? And that's where the horde modifier comes into. So essentially, we've just drastically increased the number of zombies. So when you're moving through this map, you're going to have to deal with a whole hell of a lot more zombies than you're used to. And we've reworked the pathing and navigation of the zombies. So in Alcatraz, they'll typically spawn in certain parts of the map, you know, jail cell, parade grounds. We've reworked that so the zombies can spawn and navigate anywhere in the map, so you're never safe from those.
Good shit. Good shit.
And then in addition to just drastically increasing the count of zombies, what we've also done is we've also introduced new AI types in Alcatraz. So you may run into a young man by the name of Brutus.
Brutus!
Yo.
You may run into a pack of dogs that
Yes!
go by the name
Damn.
Hellhounds, right?
AKA
Hellhounds.
Pack of
So
dogs.
yeah, I mean it's just madness.
Holy
You get in here, it's 40 players, a hell of a lot of zombies, and you're fighting all of them. So, you know, a little detail to mention is typically in Alcatraz portal hordes, well, not typically, the way it works is you have to kill a certain amount of zombies to unlock the magic box, right? With this, you're going to have to take down Brutus, the warden.
Damn.
So we've changed how the magic box works for this game mode.
Magic box?
And there, you know, a few little surprises here and there. But the main gist of that game mode, and it's why I love it so much, is it's Alcatraz portal's craziness kicked up to 11 with tons of zombies.
Kind of recapping, it's like between the sort of heavy and light fog versions, all the map changes that the team is bringing to Blackout in general, Alcatraz portal's horde, and then you can get out there on the horizon, you know, coming down the pipeline. Sounds like the team's been super busy getting this done.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. We're always super busy working on whether it's the next operation, the new game mode, you know, the new weapon. It's always fun. We always enjoy it. But this one has really, you know, brought everybody together. And like I said, we've really embraced that Treyarch zombie heritage. And I'm super proud, and I know the team's super proud of what we're gonna share with the fans.
Awesome. Matt, thanks for really appreciate it.
Why is he so awkward?
Also today, we are joined in studio by a very special guest.
Fan 7
Someone
volts?
with a very long relationship with Black Ops, as well as Treyarch, and also
Wait,
happens
is
to
that
be lead singer for one of the biggest metal acts of all time. Joining us today is none other than M Shadow's lead singer of Avenged Sevenfold and our director of audio, Mr. Brian Tui. Gentlemen, welcome to the stream.
Thank you.
So let's start in with
There they
your
are.
relationship with Call of Duty.
Brian Tui.
We've been working with you for a long time. Like, tell us about your involvement with all things Black Ops.
Yeah, you know,
It's gonna be, they're gonna be
my
doing the
relationship came from just
declassified
being a huge
about the
fan
Fan
of
7
the
volts
game,
bet.
and we were playing on the road. We were playing, you know, in life in
It's
general.
got Brian Tui.
And then an A&R guy of ours, Mr. Craig Aronson, who passed away, but he knew Mark Lamia really well, and so he said, "You got to meet Mark. He, you know, Mr. Call of Duty." So I met Mark, and we just hit it off, and we've been friends ever since.
If there is a song in here.
Then my obsession with Call of Duty grew by just hounding him about questions about Call of Duty and this and that, and somehow I weaseled my way in and we got involved.
Well, talk a little bit about that working relationship. What's it been like working with Matt all these years?
It's been awesome. It started off really innocently because Mark Lamia just said, "Hey, do you know who Avenged Sevenfold is?" And I knew who they were. I knew who you were, I guess, but I hadn't listened to a lot of their music, you know. So he gave me a CD and I listened to it, and we had a celebrity map about to come out, which was called The Dead, and I thought, you know, celebrity map, celebrity band, this all kind of works. So I told Mark, yeah, let's give this a shot.
Not Ready to Die
this
was a
relationship,
banger.
I mean, it tracked all the way back to Black Ops 1. Matt, you guys did a track, Not Ready to Die.
What do I hear?
Helm on Black Ops 3, Matt Hatter for Black Ops 4. I mean, tell us about some of these creative endeavors. Like, tell us about the inspiration and sort of what drew you to some of these songs.
Well, for us, like we'd never done like a collaboration or anything for anyone because we just were really precious with our music. We didn't want to put it in too many things. We just felt kind of just wasn't our vibe. But with something like Call of Duty, we were huge fans of it. We were playing it all the time. It really helped me through a hard time when we lost our best friend and drummer, the Rev. I was playing a lot of games and I met a whole network of people through the game. So it was more of an emotional soft spot for me and for the guys. And so with something like Call of the Dead, we got the call and we were just excited to actually make a new track instead of giving you guys something that we had already, put out. We wanted to do something fresh. So got together with this guy and we had some meetings and wanted to hear the storyline, what was going on, and we just incorporated everything that we could into that Zombies experience.
That's a very modest overview of how that process worked. Because I was talking to Brian the other day, and he was talking about just how involved you got with it. Because for a band that's pretty precious about your music, like it sounds like you dove right into the process. What was that creative process like between you guys?
Well, I mean, the very first meeting we came in, I didn't really know what to expect because different artists work in different ways, and he came in and was like, I'm a huge fan. I play all the time. We were looking at an alpha version of Call of the Dead. Let him play through it a little bit, and he just kept coming back to the story. What's the story? What's the story? And at the time, I was doing a lot of the story stuff, and as most people know, we were really vibing with the community a lot. So while we had a spine of the story, there were so many loose ends and everything to keep track of, and I'm like, this would be easier for you to just read. So he said, give me the docs. I'm like, okay.
3 terabytes later.
Yeah, I mean, I gave him like an enormous amount of material, and I don't know, it might have been like a week or 2 weeks, and you came back and said, I'm going to do this from Richtofen's perspective, and that was that.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, that's so cool if these guys want to dive in and sort of help us tell the story using one of their own pieces of music. It's great.
Well, now it seems as if you are the story, because while Operation 5 Apocalypse Z is out tomorrow, the M Shadow's character will be making an appearance in Blackout in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Wait, what? So
career highlight.
He's going to be available in Blackout.
From an existential point of view, like what's that like?
Probably gonna have to buy him.
It's amazing. It's a dream come true. I mean, I can't wait to see what kind of videos people.
Oh, so he was M Shadows.
Sidecar with Danny Trejo.
Well, yeah, the trailer looks amazing. But I'm really excited to see what people do with this. I mean, I've seen a lot of.
I like how he
I frequent Reddit a lot. I see a lot of people saying they wanted the Avenged Sevenfold characters, especially after you guys made a video for us and at the end of for Carry On.
Black Ops 2
and people just put the characters in there, and so now they get their wish. Our fans are gonna have a good time with it, and I'm expecting a lot of shenanigans with my character for sure.
When has the internet ever engaged in shenanigans? Really?
Yeah, this will be the first time, right?
Well, we've got M Shadows coming to Blackout in the next couple weeks. I mean, stay tuned to all channels, Treyarch and Avenged Sevenfold for that. We'll keep people posted. But kind of zooming back out to kind of your life as a gamer, your lifestyle as a gamer. Rumor on the street is like you've got a pretty respectable KD. So
it's pretty respectable.
Yes.
About his KD.
Tell us what's going on in your world of gaming.
In my world of gaming, I've got pretty much a full LAN setup at my house because I have 2 kids and everyone has to play at the same time, or it's going to be problems. So I've got like about 6 screens set up. I've got everything. I mean, and we just play games. I got to limit them. Dad plays at night, and then they get upset now that I get to play at night. They're like, "Why don't we get to play at night?" Like, because you're 7 and you're 5. But it's funny, like I'll play games all night with my buddies. Play with Vaughn all night. Give him a chirp in his ear.
Does he play with Vonda?
It's great. Yeah. So if anyone wants stuff done in Call of Duty, you
is he fired then
or not? Crap out of
or is that bullshit?
Note to self.
Yeah.
Very cool. But you're a big fan of the competitive scene as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think I was like the first generation where you were still a nerd if you played video games, but it was the first generation that we stuck with it. I'm 37 years old.
Menendez.
All my friends game, and now it's become a cool thing. Yeah. But when I was growing up, it was like, you're not going to be able to make a living at that. You can't do any of this stuff with it. Why are you doing it? You're wasting your time. And we just kept playing. And now, now it's becoming a cool thing where I like to watch it. I like to watch the competitive teams. I like to watch FaZe. I like to watch 100 Thieves. I like watching the competitions, and I think it's great. It's awesome.
Outstanding. So, I mean, I guess what you wanted to to work with us and sort of get involved. Now you're in the game. Like, what is next in the world of Black Ops, Call of Duty wishes? Like, what could possibly be next?
We need an Avenged Sevenfold level.
There you
we need an Avenged Sevenfold multiplayer map. Like, it's like a stage and you're running.
We've
I mean,
already
who
got
knows all
that,
the-
haven't we?
Oh, I've been bugging him about that for
Based on
like
Avenged
5
Sevenfold.
years.
There we go.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Yeah. I need to meet. I need to
Got
meet
that
the art
map on
department.
Black
That's what I
Ops
need to
2,
do.
which is like one of my
Come
favorite
on,
maps.
guys.
We know.
Yeah.
We'll take a walk around.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything that you guys would like to offer in closing?
Song.
Well, I think we're gonna have some music in Blackout when you drop in now.
Hey.
Some fun stuff at Asylum. Where they can unlock some songs and do some stuff. People that are in the know. know how to
Lobby
do that.
music, maybe?
And I think
Music
with
tracks?
the zombies theme of this, and it's darker, and how Blackout's taking a new look. I'm just really excited that my
Music
character's
tracks for
involved in
DLC
this portion
5?
of it. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Outstanding.
Very excited.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Matt, thanks for dropping by today.
There you
Really
go,
appreciate
man.
it.
Thanks for having me.
All right. And that is all for today. Thank you very much for tuning in to today's broadcast. And tomorrow, we will see you online for the launch of Operation 5 Apocalypse. Have a good one.
Come on, man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Man, tell me there's music.
Nah,
Nope.
they're done.
Nah.
Damn, dude.
Fucking weird.
They done.
That was dope as fuck.
Wait, what if we go on... I want A7. See if they've actually got a new song. Like the state.
I'll be back though. I'm gonna some outro. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, and make sure to hit the sub button down below. Also, get that post notification bell so you don't miss a single upload or stream. I'm gonna be uploading just some zombie trailers and the zombie gameplay that was in this stream, and then tomorrow I'm gonna be streaming the fuck out of the new map and playing a lot of the new fucking operation once the Easter egg's found and I've helped a lot of people out. But yeah, other than that, it's been your boy Fnatic, and I'm out. Take it easy.